Hello golfers, Jess Frank coming to you from the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel here at the beautiful Deer Creek Golf Club. And today, how to hit the ball more solid, more often, and just have more fun on the course. And this is the two moves, the downswing moves that you have to make to hit the ball solid. So when you're hitting a shot, I see so many people that are, the club shaft from the top of their swing is swinging out in front of them with the golf club and shaft and the head of the club getting down out in front of them. So what happens is that the head becomes very close to the golf ball. The head gets very close to the golf ball, they lose power, they hit the ball on the toe of the club, and it really doesn't feel very good and it's powerless. So to create that powerless effort is what we want to do is when we're hitting shots, that golf club on your backswing goes to the top, and on the downswing, the shaft of the club is on an angle, or if you look at this as like on a house, it would be like a roof. So the shaft is on a roof or an angle. Club head is very far behind your body here, producing angles, okay? Angular momentum as it's called. So you have an angle from the left arm to the hand to the club head. Club head's behind your body now. And from here, now the club can swing back out to the ball, okay, instead of across the ball. And this is definitely a move that you can make and that you can practice on, where you just take little swings, swing to the top, and on the way down, you can see where this club is coming now from my right forearm. The shaft is almost kind of, it's beneath my shoulder. I can't tell you how many golf lessons I give where the shaft is over the top of their shoulder or near their head. So backswing, here we go. Now the club's going to swing out to the ball instead of across the ball. So if you go ahead and do that and work on that motion, back to the top, club head behind you and out in front, and you hit this little shot, it's going to be a lot easier to be able to hit the ball solid, farther, and higher, because now the club is coming in with the way it's made. It's made on an angle. You see here, it's not made straight up and down. It's made on an angle. So when I'm swinging the club around my body, now you have some, like I said, you have the angular momentum of the club. You can transfer energy out to the club head. Okay, you can use your hands and arms better. So you're definitely swinging the club in the direction that you want it to go. So you can see here when I do that, my arms are straight, my weight's forward, I have a nice little tilt in my body. My handle's forward. I'm not scooping the ball. Handle's forward. I have good extension, and it's a great way to practice. And if you're losing distance, most likely this is the culprit right here. So two ways to hit the ball solid. So now we're going to work on that. As we come back down, you can see is that the hands are working from back behind you to out in front of you on this angle, and now the club's coming down into the back of the ball and circling around your body. So now you're swinging on an arc. So you're swinging with the club behind you, out in front of you, and it has a nice draw right there. So I'm only hitting that ball about 120 yards, not trying to overhit it, but you can see the amount of power that's coming from there without me trying to swing very hard. And so a lot of you who put in all this extra effort of trying to hit at the ball instead of working the club around your body in a big circle, this is going to be very helpful. Now, a lot of people who slice, this is number 2 of this video. So you have the club number 1 on the downswing, getting the club head behind your body, shaft behind your body, club head back behind you. Okay, that's number 1. Now, a lot of people who have that downswing where the club shaft is over their head or over their shoulder, basically what happens is they have a lot of open club face. So because if they had that club swinging down and to the left with a closed club face, they pull the ball into those trees over there behind me. So, you know, that's going to be what's going to happen. Number 2 is that your club face has to be organized. So there's a couple different ways to do it. I've seen people feel like when they're coming into the ball, they're going to feel the left hand kind of catch the raindrops. I've done a video on that before. where the palm goes to the sky. I've heard it called knuckles down, which is great, knuckles down to the ground. That's going to close the face, okay? I've heard palmar flexion, where the palm faces your body. So these are different ways to be able to close the club face. The easiest way that I found is understanding, and I've talked about this in previous videos, is that this club face has already got offset in it. It's already closed to the shaft. So if you always think of that club face close to the shaft, so now as you take it back, as you're coming from the inside, the face is already closed to the shaft. Okay, so you can see how that club face is, you see the back of the emblem now instead of the face. So you see the back of the emblem instead of the face. And you can see, and you can play around with that a little bit. So if you see too much of the face coming down, your knuckles are to the sky. Okay, so the left knuckles are to the sky. If you turn the left knuckles down, you'll see the difference in the club face. You'll see the difference. So this knuckles to the sky, club face is peeled open to the sky. Knuckles down to the ground, moves that club face enough down. So that's really important when you're going to this and working on this motion. Because most people, like I said, most people have an open club face already. So as I'm coming down, the shaft is now on my right forearm. But if I keep that face open, I'm just going to hit the ball to the right every time, and we don't want that either. So we want to be able to hit the ball straight. So, you know, I've done this for a long time. I've worked on my educated hands. I've done a video on that. Educated hands. I've done the supination of the left forearm, like you're holding a cup of soup. Talked about the raindrops. So I've kind of educated my hands where I know if that club's behind me, I'm not going to slice the ball because my hands and arms are moving through the ball. Not a lot of people have that, though, that watch these videos and they continue to push the ball out into the right field. So here we go. So we're going to feel like that face is closed to the shaft, club head coming down from back behind you, okay? Not over the shoulder, back behind you with the face closed to the shaft. And that ball never goes right. In fact, that hooked a little bit too much for me. But that's, for people who slice, this is an awesome way to play. For people who are losing distance, this is, again, another way to train yourself to create the angular momentum, to create the shaft behind you, to be able to transfer momentum out to the club head. So you can see that right there every single time. That's got some speed without even trying to create speed. So that's what you want, and that's what you want to see. So again, good, you know, to go back through this to create that as well, is you need to have a nice little hip turn. So you have your hip turn, club from the inside, hitting out to the ball with the face closed to the shaft. Again, so that ball curved right to left. So the club is behind me, more in to out. You know, if you can always tell by ball flight which way the ball's gonna, which way the ball flight is curving by the way you're swinging. If your ball's curving to the right, you're usually swinging across the ball. If your ball's curving to the left for right-hand golfer, you're swinging in to out. So if you see that pattern, that's really good. And so you can see the change. And so not everybody has a TrackMan. So if you learn the ball flight laws and understand that face starts the ball, path curves the ball, that will be very helpful as well. So I'll go ahead and try this again. So we're going to feel back here, back behind me, into the back of the ball. Transfer the momentum. So really solid. I could definitely feel how the club is working from behind me, transferring the momentum out to the club head. Now here's something you can do too. You want to work on this really slowly in the beginning. So I would say look in a camera, or get your camera, turn back, get the shaft to come down. Okay. You can see where that club comes down every single time now. Now that club head is behind my hands, never out in front of my hands, never with an open face. So you're always working on this motion here, transferring the energy out to the club head. So you're creating circles. You're using the golf club like it's supposed to be used. You're standing to the side of the ball, swinging the club around your body. That's going to be able to help you the most. So hopefully this video really helps you. Again, I love bringing you guys information that helps you play better golf. Love hearing the comments back. Been teaching this game for over 20 years. Love helping people play better golf, play better on the golf course, have more fun, play more golf, shoot better scores. That's what it's all about. So please leave a comment. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you really like this video, share it out with your friends. Thanks again. Have a great day.